Hey, it's Coolio if you don't know, and welcome to another edition of This Old DOS. Gonna bring out Winamp in a little bit here. Um, Actually, I can probably move it to another place for the time being. There we go. It will need to move a couple of times during this intro part. This time we are looking at a little game called Moraff's World. This is a game that was written and developed by Steve Moraff and published by Moraffware in 1991. This is more or less a roguelike type game. Um, it is and it isn't, because the maps are not random, but it is a hack and slash dungeon thing. As soon as you die, that's it. Game over. You can't res your character unless you happen to have a life contract. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Now, here's the interesting thing with both Moraff's World and also its sequel, Moraff's Dungeons of the Unforgiven, and a couple of other games around this age of Moraffware. They have amazing support for video and graphics and such. Now, for recording purposes, I'm going to be using option number 5. So 360 by 480, 256 colors. Kind of a weird resolution, but is probably the best that I can do for the best number of colors. But what you're going to want to do for the maximum recording, for the maximum resolution rather, is you want to set your... Let me bring up the DOSBox settings here. Let's see, graphics. You want to set your video card setting to SVGA underscore ET4000. This will cause DOSBox to emulate the Tseng ET4000 SuperVGA card. And as you can see, if we press A here, I actually select the DOSBox window and press A here, this game supports exactly that, the Tseng Labs ET4000 card. So you can actually play this at SuperVGA 1024 by 768, 256 colors. At the time, I'm pretty sure it's the only game on the market that was able to do this. So that was pretty big. I mean, most people didn't really care because they might not have had these special cards, but I mean, it's still a big development. Other than that, you'd be better off setting your cycles to max rather than auto, just especially if you're using the higher resolutions. But there isn't really any other complicated settings. You just want to set your video card for maximum resolution. Here we go. So, Moraff's World, version 6.1, copyright 1993, which is when this game was released. Let's start us a new character. Different characters have different capabilities. If this is your first time playing, you should probably select the race Ogre and the class Fighter. Ogre fighters tend to be easier to keep alive. When the computer assigns your characteristics, you'll have the option of keeping those numbers or trying again. You may keep trying as long as you like. A high strength of 25 or 30 helps a lot in the beginning of the game. Advanced players will find many interesting combinations such as imp worshippers, ogre monks, human mages, and so on. Each one offers its own special challenges and advantages. So first, we get to select our race. Now your human is pretty much your go-to standard character. Elf relies more on intelligence and agility. Your dwarf has more strength and constitution. Hobbit has a lot of constitution and agility and luck. Gnome has intelligence has agility. Ogre has a massive amount of strength and constitution, not much else. Sprites are very weak, but they have very high intelligence, agility, and very, very high luck. And imps have very high intelligence, good amount of wisdom, and that's pretty much what's going on for them. One combination that I always like to take is human, and yeah, we'll get to the class afterward here. So as mentioned, you can roll your character as much as you want. Unfortunately, you cannot assign sex, height, weight. Actually, I think you might be able to. Let me see. So now using the mouse here, I can select. Let's give us some more strength. Let's put a lot of strength. Intelligence. And agility. And I guess that locks us in. So yeah, we can't actually set height, weight, or age. For human, age is always going to be somewhere between 16 and 20-ish. Age usually doesn't have a whole lot to do with the game, but it can. There are things that can age you in this game, and especially in the sequel. And if your age gets too high, then you start losing stats. And it seems that we've ended up with female here. So, female name. Let's go with Lilac, because why not? And let's see. One pretty interesting class is Mage, because you got a combination of fighter and wizard. You can't do quite everything that a fighter can do, but you can't do quite everything that a wizard can do, but you can do a lot that either one can do. They're hard to start, but they get quite powerful. You can also be a fighter, so, you know, playing with fists, very little magic. Worshipper can cast priest spells. Monks cannot use weapons, cannot use items at all, but is very deadly with hands and can cast pretty much any spell in the game from the beginning. Wizard doesn't get a whole lot of fighting power, but really good with spells. Priest can cast priest battle spells. Sage isn't really very good at anything, but gains experience for exploring. I have never tried Sage, and I'm not particularly interested in trying Sage. And we're going to play as a mage. Alright, so there we go. Now that we're actually in the game, I'm going to move Winamp to be here instead. Should be a pretty alright place. So now we get to move around the dungeon. Put the cursor in. It's not really any good place for the cursor, honestly, where it doesn't like select anything and make its border glow like it was some sort of trans party or something. I don't know. Now, as you can see, graphics can be a bit slow, especially when you're in a long corridor. You can turn down graphics so that they're very basic. You can move fast. There are 3 levels of graphics, so. Let's see. Now there are some various paths upward here. And let's start with this one, which is kind of interesting. You're currently standing on top of the town, and you can go off to the wilderness, or you can return to the dungeon. This is where you want cycles to max, because this can take a while to generate if you're not in max cycles. So you can actually travel around the overworld. And one might wonder, why would you do this? Well, I have a reason why I want to do this. Basically, I'm going to move... Oops. I'm going to move as far east as I can without running into the water, because it's very expensive to travel across the water, and there's really not ever any reason to do this. But you'll see a letter D here and there, which is the location of a dungeon. So that's about the diversity of the dungeon in this game. There we go. This is the dungeon that I want. And there is a reason why I want this dungeon in particular. Now, actually finding the entrance to the dungeon might be a bit of a chore. Because there's like relief and things. I'm just going to keep on walking here. Keep on walking after midnight. There we go. I was pressing the wrong button. That was the problem. But there is something special about this dungeon, and possibly others. But this one for sure. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, if you do happen to know what this is, so... just a matter of actually getting there. There are some secret doors. The only way to really find out where they are is to try to push through them. And they're never really marked on the map. You just gotta kind of remember that this is a secret. This is a secret door. This is not a secret door type of thing. I'll show you the other venues in town later here. At any time, you can press X to bring up the full map. Right now, what we're trying to do is get to the very northwestern point of this map. I think I'm near. Where is it? I'd be getting close. Here it is. This guy is an ogre. As you can notice, its level is 0, its HP is 0, and its experience value, despite being practically dead man walking, is 12. And yes, you can grind this for items for as long as you want. These guys are completely docile. They cannot even get a shot off. If you don't perform an action, it's going to die anyway. I discovered this when I was very young, and I was quite happy with myself for doing so. You can get all kinds of crazy items with this. Look, I'm going to attack by putting on my field plate. I killed it! Yay! And I have enough experience to get to the first level. And you can just continue grinding this for quite some time. I don't know if this is a result of a glitch or if this is intentional or what it is, but it's pretty great. You can check experience requirements by pressing E. As you can see, I have enough experience to get to level 2, but you have to rest in an inn to level up. I'm gonna make it up to level 3 and then I'll head off. So I need 210 experience. When we really get going here, I'll explain a little more of this. There we go. I'll just get rid of the guys that followed me out of that corridor here. A fair amount of them, actually. There we go. So now that we've gained some experience and a couple of items, we're going to go to an inn and rest up and gain a level. This is not an inn. This is a temple. In a temple, you can regain health, like cure wounds, cure serious wounds, heal all wounds. You can also cure poison and disease, which are afflictions that take away your strength and your constitution respectively after a certain number of turns. And you can purchase a raised dead contract. As you can see from the character screen, once I can figure out which button that is. B? There we go. There is currently a raised dead contract in effect. By registering the game, you get one free raised dead contract, and then you can buy more from the temple. This here is the store, so you can purchase weapons, you can purchase armor. I'm gonna buy a knife. That's not a knife, this is a knife. That's a spoon. I believe it only costs 5 jewel pieces to use the inn, so... This is Moraff's first national bank. If you have any currency which is not jewel pieces, you can convert them into jewel pieces. As you can see, there are copper, silver, ivory, gold, and platinum stones, as well as jewel stones. The important thing to remember is that every stone weighs an ounce. So if you're carrying a lot of stones, that's going to weigh you down, which can cause enemies to have an easier time attacking you. The only exception is jewel stones, which for some reason are weightless. So it is a viable option to only ever collect jewel stones. You might also collect platinum stones, which are worth 5 jewel stones, whereas the other ones have much steeper conversion rates. I believe it's 2 gold stones to 1 jewel stone, and like 100 copper stones to a jewel stone. You can deposit or withdraw your money, which is completely useless because no enemy that I can think of can steal your money, and jewel stones are weightless. You can supposedly rob the bank, but no, you can't actually rob the bank. And let's see if I can find an inn. No, that's not an inn. think that might be an inn. There we go. Welcome to the Fleabag Inn. A wooden sign reads, our fine accommodations will cost 10 jewel pieces. Please check the bed carefully before lying down. Also, we are not responsible for your possessions. That kind of makes you think that you might lose something if you stay here, but you don't. So now we are up to level 3. And now that we're level 3, let's actually go down to the dungeon, where we can actually fight things that have HP. I'm actually going to turn on the sound for a little bit here, just so I can show you what kind of sound there is. It's not anything spectacular. So now we've fallen down a chute, which will take us at least 1 level down. There's no easy way to tell which level you're on. There is a spell that can tell you, but mostly it's just trying to keep track of it by how many times you've gone up or down. Also, this song is sort of screwed up. This is a trapdoor. It's labeled 120. The way that trapdoors work is starting on level 10, dungeon level 10 I should say, there are experience drainers. By killing one of these experience drainers, there's a chance that they will drop a key to that level section. So if you kill an experience drainer on anywhere between level 10 and level 19, they may drop a key for a level 10 trapdoor. Let's see. Not doing too great here. See if we have any battle spells. We have Magic Zap. There we go. That killed it. I don't think I want a club. Let's see. Carrying a lot of armor and weapons doesn't really help, because you can't actually sell your armor or weapons in this game. So it's best to keep your load as light as possible. This is interesting. This is a puffball. It doesn't have much health and can be killed pretty easily, although it has a fair chance of dodging sometimes. The interesting thing about a puffball, if you let it do its thing, is going to modify your stats. It can't cause any direct damage, but it can change your stats. Now each color puffball has a certain stat that they affect. The general rule of thumb is, if it's a dark puffball, kill it, because this one just drained a point of dexterity from me. Meanwhile, a white puffball would give me a point of dexterity. Great sword. I don't know if a mage can equip a great sword, but I'll try. Worst comes to worst, I'll throw it away. Weapon. Okay. Yeah, didn't think so. I figured I'd try anyway. Let's see. No, I don't want to dig it. I want to forget the whole idea. Yes, thank you, Moraff. Totally what I was looking for. L for lose item. Armor. No. Lose weapon. Greatsword. Oh, interesting effect here. If you attempt to remove your skin, ow, it just won't come off. It'd be rather an awkward thing if it actually let you do that. Now we found a cup of health. It's a bit of health back. Pretty useful thing to have, especially in the big beginning levels where we don't have a heal spell. Actually, do we have a heal spell? Yeah, we do. We have Little Cure. So it's not so bad. We can kind of manage ourselves. We find a mace. Nah. Now, as far as casting spells, the general rule of thumb is a level 1 spell costs 1 spell point. A level 10 spell costs 10 spell points. From that information, I'm sure you can figure this out. There are 4 types of spells. Yeah, I can't actually display them that way. These are the permanent spells. They're said to take 1 month to cast, which means that you can't cast them while you're down in the dungeon. You have to be in town. These work a little differently because they take up max spell points. So casting extra 3 health points would cost me 2 max spell points, dropping my maximum to 27. Preparation spells are said to take a few minutes to cast, although you can have an enemy practically right next to you but not directly adjacent and still be able to cast these. So, who knows? Then you have your wizard battle spells, which are cast instantly, and your priest battle spells, which were not the right class to be able to cast, but those are also cast instantly. It's just a different class of battle spells. Actually, I should have checked for platinum there too. I got a few platinum stones out of that. So yeah, overall, this is kind of a primitive game. Oh geez, what just happened? Monster breathes green phlegm on you. It does 3 points of damage, and we're now green dragonfly. That's why. So that's bad. Don't even know if we have enough money to be able to afford to get this off. We're diseased. That costs 500 JP to take off. So hopefully we can make up that money before we have to lose a point of Constitution. This is why you really should move 1 square at a time. This is also why you should not badmouth the game while you're playing it. Still, I will continue to do this and say that this game was fairly primitive, but still graphically definitely superior to a lot of games that were out in this time. And pretty much that was Moraff's main focus. It was to make games that are kind of good, but with graphics capabilities that far exceeded anything else that was on the market. And good news, we get a spellbook for sleep. Bad news, we're surrounded by 2 different monsters. When you're facing 2 monsters at the same time, when you want to select the one that you want to fight, you just press in their direction, as you can see. However, well, we're okay-ish on health here, so I'm going to attempt to take out the orange dragonfly first, since it has a flame ability that is rather devastating, especially at our low level. And the dwarf is a pretty standard enemy, as is the orc. Alright, so I'm going to go back up to town here. Hopefully not running into a chute along the way. Aha, there we go. Go ahead and use the inn. Fortunately, using the inn does not count against how many turns you have left before you lose a point of constitution. It does not, however, also remove your disease. You have to come to the temple to do that. And before we can actually get that removed, we're going to need to get our money changed. Is that a bank? No. Can be a little hard to tell between banks and inns. Yes, I know I'm carrying a lot of weight. I know I'm diseased. We still have 321 turns. I should be alright to find. I think this is a dead end. Yes, it is. And yet, knowing that it was probably a dead end, I still followed it to the very end. Go, Coolio, go. Is this a bank? Yes. And we don't have enough. This is the problem. If there's something on the other side of the door, it will cause the door to be jammed, so... And we get a spellbook, enchant weapon. Now in the shareware version, the goal is to defeat the Shadow Dragonfly who lives 16 floors down. However, with the advanced registered version, the final boss actually lies 200 floors down. Now you do have an array of spells as well as the trapdoor network that can help you get there a little faster. There's actually no way... I'm actually gonna go ahead and dig down, I think. But yeah, you can use the trapdoor network as well as a few different spells to help you get up and down. But it can be quite the grind in order to get to a level high enough to be able to face the final boss and survive. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get enough money fast enough to cure my disease before I lose a point of constitution here. I usually don't get hit with disease this early in the game. There we go. We appear to be on level 5, actually. So we're running into a lot of level 5 enemies. That's usually your indication that you're on level 5. Certainly not on level 4. And we've lost a point of constitution. So now the count has been reset to 450, but we are still diseased and we still need to take care of this. And another sinking feeling. That's great. When you're trying to get rid of a disease and you keep hitting chutes. Permanent spell. Now, casting from spellbooks is not your only option as far as using magic. Oh, come on. That's enough of that. But let me see if I have any here. Yes, I do have a scroll for Magic Zap. So I can use Magic Zap, and it does not take away any of my spell points. There are scrolls and magic papers, I believe, as well as wands. Scrolls and papers I don't think are any different. I could be mistaken, of course. Wands are different in that you can use them multiple times before they lose all charge and become useless and you throw them away. Gold. Oh, go away. That's an interesting spell. It is a battle spell that quite literally makes your opponent go away. Ta-da! Except that we're surrounded by dwarves anyway. Really need to find some... Oh, come on! Really? Yeah, the game is just being spiteful at this point. And if that isn't bad enough, there's a green mini dragon here. So, in addition to being... Oh, that is disease, okay. So now we're just diseased again. We can't be more diseased. But we can be diseased again, so... let's go ahead and use Magic Zap. I don't think the scale armor is any better than what we have. And we just got... Was it prep spell? Wow. High level prep spell. Double ascend. Oh, hi. Go away. Please. Yes. So now I'm going to just try to double ascend back to town. Okay, we are back in town. So now we need to find us a bank within the next 371 turns. I think that should be possible here. And we still don't have enough money. Wow. That seems unlikely. Well, at the very least, we should have enough experience to gain a level. Gain 2, actually. That is bank. That's in... No, that's not in the end. There was nothing there. Curse you, map. Come on, any. Where are you? Don't have time for this. I'm almost dead. There we go. So we've gained a couple of levels there. Unfortunately, we haven't gained a whole lot of health. One thing that we could do, actually, is just cast our Cure spell several times. C2C. And just keep on doing that until we're back up to full. Then if I wanted to, which I'm probably not going to, I could go back to the inn and rest again and get all of my spell points back. Find a way down, please. Thank you. Ah, here's an example of a light puffball, which raises my intelligence. Could have used one that raised my constitution, but take what you can get. Don't think that's going to be enough. No, that's a dead end. Yeah, another thing about puffballs, they tend to carry an alarming amount of money. So it's worth seeking them out whether or not they're good. Now we're on level 4, and it says here, a little bird says, here on this level, hiding somewhere near, is a monster that should fill you with fear. Use X for a hint to find the Shadow Dragonfly. It's our first boss of the game. The first of 8 total. And the first of 4 if you're playing the shareware version. Really need something to drop money. Now this is in a class of monsters which I like to call the tanks. They don't do a whole lot of damage generally, but they have a massive amount of HP. How many turns do I have? 60. Yeah, there's no way. However, at least we got a point of constitution back from that puffball, even if we're bound to lose one here. Oh, geez. Yes, when you run into the white one, you want to take off your armor, because now we're armorless. Isn't that great? Fortunately, however, there's no worries about getting completely disfigured by the acid that white spitters can cast upon you. Don't think that's going to be enough. So yeah, we're stuck losing another point of constitution here, I think. Ooh. Actually, I think the suit of titanium armor is too much for my class. No, it's not. Okay. So now we have armor again. Yay! Huh. We may have enough money. Let's get that puffball. That will raise our luck. Goodness knows we need luck. Do I have relocate? Yes, I do. Is there a bank that I know of near here? red. And he turns 23, 22. Oh, that's an in. 19, 18. Okay, we have enough. We may be able to avoid losing another point of constitution here. 18 turns. 17, 16, 15. Cure disease. Ha! I was sure I was going to lose another point, and I didn't. So now that we're safe from the disease, I'm going to go ahead and find an inn. We have not gained a level, but we did gain all of our spell points back. And now it's off to level 4, where I'm going to at least defeat one boss in the scope of this video. Hi. Fortunately, falling down chutes does not cause any damage in of itself, so don't worry too much about it. I need to go west. It's not any easy way to go west, so. Wow. It took us all the way to the corner there. Come on, give me a better place. Okay, let's try getting there from... Oh, hi. There are two of you guys. Got some health and some orb of thought for a spell point. And don't feel like dealing with the tank. Go away. I kind of just want to find the boss. So I'm kind of getting near the playlist that I set up for this video. Wait, what was that? No, you're not the dude. Magic Zap, is that going to take you out? Yes, it is. I'm not sure what the guy says in this song, but it sounds like Sonic. So maybe this is like the fugue of Eggman or something. And we hit a shoot. Well, shoot. Now we need to go down one floor again. I said one floor. Don't like your jokes, game. There we go. Where are we? Not where we want to be. That's even further from where we want to be. That might be closer. Don't we have one already? Minor Shock. Yeah, along the way you get all kinds of spells that facilitate navigation. Where are we? Oh. Usually when you run into yellow enemies like this, there tends to be a version of that monster that could be either green, black, white, or red, which are the particularly dangerous ones that you have to worry about. Green is poison. Green is disease, as we've seen a couple of times. Black is poison. Red is fire. Blue is ice. And white is acid. Oh, greatsword. Except that we can't use a greatsword as this class. Where are we? Get rid of the dark puffball. You find nothing! This game likes to poke fun at the player. For better or for worse. Oh, that was kinda lucky, actually. Let's see, 3 magic sap. Spells almost never miss. Of course, it does kind of depend on what spell you're using and where. Oh, that was convenient. That's pretty much where I wanted to go. Still need to go east, though. Let's see what's over here. Over here is an armored fighter. And another sinking feeling. One way to safely find chutes is just to go up and down a ladder. And any chutes that are located on any map grid you've already discovered will be shown. Yeah, so that little area is useless to me. Oh, okay. I need to get in a good place here that I can actually get to the Shadow Dragonfly. This could work. Where does it go south? Actually, is this... no. Don't seem to have a way to actually go south from here. Unless if I go around here, maybe? No. No, that would be too easy. Hey, Puffball. Puff me! Intelligence raised. I find a stick. That's useful. Yeah, so this has been a path to nowhere. And then there goes my playlist. Well, let's start it up again, I suppose. I'm going until I kill that... Is that it? No, black dragonfly. C3. Zap. Bazap. Where am I? Oh. Nowhere useful. That's where. That's even less useful. And a sinking feeling. Because of course. And I appear to be... Oh, there we go. And we're diseased again. Isn't that great? We're gonna get this, guys. This segment of the game really isn't that hard. Except that I appear to be trapped. I also appear to be out of spell points, and I'm going to have to get back up manually. Yes, I'm gonna take that longsword. Because that's the highest level weapon that my class can use. Kill the light red ball of death and pain. Okay. Okay, so we need to make it up to town somehow. Jigglypuff, toaster, salamander basement. And a sinking feeling, because why not? We haven't had one of those in a little while. Oh, but hey, I actually made it to town. With not enough money to take care of the freaking disease that we have. Fergus. Raza. I'm going slightly crazy. I hope you can tell. You know what? One of these days, I'm going to be drunk. I mean, this seems like an inevitability. And on that day, I am totally gonna record something. As long as I have the wherewithal to actually set up the recording. That should be interesting. Okay, come on. Let's get back up to level 4 and then stay on level 4. No more shoots. We're not playing shoots and ladders. With a little bit of luck, we might make it. That, however, was a dead end. I have been recording such a long videos lately. It's kind of crazy. Give me something. Light red. Intelligence. Thank you. Good news. Leather armor, don't need it. Oh, hi. Not... well... we're diseased anyway. We can't be more diseased. Okay, well, we're somewhere new. We're somewhere new, which is a complete dead end. Sure. Come on! Oh, where are we now? Level 3? The game is just toying with me at this point. It knows that I know how to destroy its face. I have beat this game in the past few years, and the nice thing about beating this game is that you can then transfer your character over to Dungeons of the Unforgiven. Where am I? Oh, okay. How many turns do I have left? 144. Okay, teleport again. Maybe I can get somewhere from here. Yes, I know I don't feel well. I'm starting to not feel that great in real life. Gold. Still don't have enough. Actually, maybe I do. I'll get to somewhere useful eventually. Maybe this place is useful. Ah, exactly 29. That's nice. Again, maybe this place is not useful at all. Eventually I'm going to use relocate and just teleport right next to it, and it's going to destroy my face because I wasn't expecting it. It's kind of my gripe with the map system is that it's kind of hard to see where you are. I cannot determine my position right now. My eyes are kind of just glazing over here. Oh, there I am. Okay. Oh, great. One of you guys. That's what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I'm hoping that this video is not going to last an hour and a half. Also, I think we lost the point of Constitution. Yes, we did. I personally am starting to lose points of Constitution over this. You're not the droid that I'm looking for. Minor shock should take care of you. As far as using battle spells, it's always good to know exactly what your battle spells do. Because there are some of them that are going to perform a fixed amount of damage, which is useful to have early on, but there are some lower level spells that may cause even more damage than those fixed levels. What floor am I on? Floor 1, apparently. I should be on 3. Now I'm on 4. A little useless alcove of floor 4. Maybe I can get somewhere from here. I'm going to go until either I die in real life or in the game. Or the Shadow Dragonfly dies. Or maybe I'll run out of disk space before then, I don't know. It generally doesn't take 2 hours to kill the first boss, especially when you've played for as long as I have. Where am I? Okay. Oh, lovely. Being flanked. Oh, yeah, I teleported to like 2 spaces away. That's great. That's totally useful. That's totally what I'm looking for here. I may need to hire a different relocate spell. Maybe I can find a path that'll work from here. The problem with these door paths, though, is that it's really easy to get stuck in them, where you have to either use a relocate spell, or if you don't have any spell points or don't have relocate, then the only way is to dig yourself out. To keep going west, and there's no way to keep going west. So it occurs to me that the Shadow Dragonfly is probably in the worst possible place in the map. Which is like in the middle there. Where am I? Oh. Oh, that's new. Completely useless, but new. I'm willing to take this chance, actually go through this path and see what I get. I was able to circumvent that chute. However, there is nothing in this path. Destroy the dark red buff ball, which will take away a point of strength. And a sinking feeling. Oh, good. I've fallen to the 4th floor. That's where I need to be. You know what? As once said a great philosopher, video games, the video games. Oh, come on, really? I teleported into a chute. That's great, game. It's exactly what I needed. To teleport into a chute. Because I totally need to be on level 5 and not 4 where the bad guy is. Oh, La Mulana. Oh, come on! Twice? And then now I'm poisoned. Oh my goodness. That was my disease. 103. Well, let's cure something. I can actually cure both. I can cure my poison, I can cure my disease, but nothing will cure my sanity right now. Except then to destroy the bane of my existence, which is just in a terrible place in the dungeon that I can't find. I fell down to floor number 5. I can tell because of the colors and the fact that everything is level 5. No. Go away. I don't want to deal with you. I don't think I've ever had this level of difficulty finding the first Shadow Dragonfly. Oh, and now I'm on floor 3. It's... Why? Wait, am I on floor 2? I went up 3 floors? Your ladder system, dungeon game, is terrible. We're gonna make this. I am going to Billy MC this mother. Fight, 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 fight and bite, fight and bite, itchy and scratchy show! What? Clearly, I am losing whatever grip on reality that I used to have. Die! Okay, I'm on the correct floor. I need to go south, as though I didn't know that already. No, that's not where I need to be, game. Hey, this is new. Watch how fast I fall into a chute. I'm just glad there is no video time limit. Hey, there's a chute. I have an idea, let's not fall into it. I'd really like to know what's on the other side of that chute, though. Let's try creatively using ladders. I fell down to floor 5. Why did I fall down to floor 5? Aim. Your jokes have stopped being funny about 40 minutes ago. Oh, hi! I've been looking all over the place for you. I'm not ready to fight you yet. I want to buff up. But hey, at least we found it. Buff up with agility. Enchant armor, level 1. Enchant weapon, level 2. Speed. Strength. Up. Let's kill you. I feel toasted. I don't care. I'm going to murderize you. Because I've been looking for you for like ever. And I got the thing! Haha! Yes. You got the body armor level 9. That takes away some damage, but I think it only works if you're not actually wearing armor. Anyway. So that's how you kill the first boss, and eventually you kill 3 more, and then stuff happens, and you go down 100 floors and kill 4 more. So that's basically how the game works. It is chipping away at my sanity in a way that I'm having trouble talking, but hey, we got the thing. And I just pressed the S button. I think that saves without quitting. But where in the world was Carmen Sandiego? Okay. On the other side of the chute. I see. You're protecting yourself from all angles there. It's kind of a jerk thing to do. Well, that's it for this edition of This Old DOS. I'm going to go fall face first somewhere and hopefully recover something that I have lost in these many treacherous corridors. Let's go back to town first, because I can't. Go away! No, don't take a hole. Kill the thing. There. Okay. We're back in town. We're safe now. We're safe. But are we really? Kill all the ghosts. Because they're not really there. They're just a bunch of hallucinations that walk right through you and you die and I get things. I'm Coolio if you don't know, and I'll probably see you next time if mind permits. Take the things and go away now. Where's the button to stop